go. Here we are again. Once again, I'm joined once again by my friend Daniel. What's
Yes.
up, Daniel?
What's going on, everybody?
I couldn't find the words. I was like,
It is all right. It
a
is
little
all right.
excited.
It's hard to find words when we're surrounded by drones.
Yeah, yeah. This drone thing is like really,
Dude,
it's crazy.
it started off as like, like I spend some time, most of you guys won't believe that I actually spend some time on YouTube, a couple of hours a day on YouTube. And I started seeing videos about drones over New Jersey. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was like these conspiracy theorists, whatever, I was like, there's no way. It's just, but the videos started getting more and more and more and it started making like the headlines. And then it started making like your news, your what would you call them, like the actual news, like the anchors, like the what would you call
But you
them?
talking about like local news?
Yeah. And then your main news, like your
Hmm.
staple, like your Fox and your CNNs and your main staples, like those news channels are talking about drones and shit, and you're like, whoa, that okay, so some shit's going on. It's
Right.
kind of
So,
weird.
so hey, check this. I mean, we jumped like right into it. We didn't even like hesitate.
Oh yeah.
Head
Yeah.
first. So check this out. So I was looking some of this up, and there's a lot of stuff that's going around. But when I noticed that it was first starting to really jump off, yeah, it was like local news type stuff. Um, but local news was New Jersey, New York, up that way,
Yeah.
up north. Um, they really didn't say anything down here. And I saw videos about it. Um, they were talking about how they want to get some kind of answers, where they're coming from, who's sending them over. There was a lot of false information that was being sent out. One, I don't want to spread any more false information, but one congressman or um, governor or something like that from up north, and I want to say New Jersey, but I'm not 100% sure. It could have been from somewhere else, another state. But anyway, he was saying that the drones were coming off an Iranian ship, or
No, not just a ship, bro. No, a mothership.
yeah, a mothership, right? Okay, so you heard it. Okay, so he was saying it was coming off a mothership, Iranian mothership, and it was heading over. And I'm like, oh man. I mean, when I first heard it, I was like, nah, that's total bullshit. No way. That is false. That's not true. Because
Like,
if an Iranian ship was that close to the coast of the United States, there would be that would be
I
like headline breaking news.
I am
There would be
not
a lot of stuff going on, man. It wouldn't even be funny. Like,
I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying that our defense is impenetrable. Like look at Israel's defense. Look at, you know, their defense is pretty solid, and their defense was penetrated pretty hard, right?
yeah,
Um
ooh, so hard.
yeah, and so I'm not saying there aren't any kinks in the armor at all, but an Iranian mothership, bro. Like once he said that, right? Once he said that, I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Like, would you say mothership? I'm like, send Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum, like,
Yeah,
to find them, track them down.
let them insert the virus.
Yeah, yeah. Does he know? Get the Coke can, put it on and have him shoot it.
Yeah, that's it.
Everyone
You
knows.
know? Yeah,
Everyone knows.
that'll end it really quick.
I
So
but
they were saying that the mothership was there. That's false. It wasn't true. But apparently nobody knows where these drones are coming from. Which for some reason, I'm finding it hard to believe that nobody knows where they're coming from.
and they're not
And like
small,
a
dude.
lot of people, I myself was saying, why aren't you guys tracking them? Like, isn't there a way to track them? Because I didn't think that drones could stay in the air for that long.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I maybe a couple hours. I mean, and I thought, and when they said drones, I wasn't thinking like tiny little drones. I was thinking like, maybe like a little radio sized drone, or something like that. Apparently these are like pretty large drones that are flying.
like government size,
Government, yeah, these are like
like
big drones.
not the Ukrainian specials, not the
No,
ones that you see carrying the mortars down to the Russians.
no,
Not
no,
those,
it
not
wasn't that.
those.
It
Like,
but these were pretty big sized drones that are flying. They're currently, as we are recording this, they have been. It's probably been almost every night.
no,
They've been flying around, and no one knows what they're doing. Like, what are they looking for? Whatever. Some
well,
say that they're flying over military bases or flying close to military bases. They're flying over neighborhoods. They haven't done anything to disrupt. I don't think any airports at the
traffic,
moment.
air
And
traffic.
no air
They haven't
traffic.
done anything
Yeah,
like
no, I
that.
don't think they have at the moment. Um, and I just find it very odd that as so many questions and so many people have concerns, a lot of civilians have concerns about this. Like, what are they doing? Where are they from? Who's doing this? Because it's not like one or two. It's like
It's tons.
10 of them,
Yeah.
15 of them are like just flying around. But no one's. It seems like nobody's doing anything. I don't want to say that nobody isn't, but it seems like nobody is doing anything to get any kind of answers. And they said they don't want to shoot them down because if it crashes, what if it crashes into somebody's house or something like that? And I'm kind of like, there's got to be a way
Well,
to get it down.
okay. So first and foremost, it's illegal for anyone in the U.S. to shoot anything that is in the air at that height, right? Anything in the air after a certain height,
It's
a
got to be so
certain
many feet.
flight,
Hmm.
certain so many feet is like downing an aircraft, which is immediate federal. Like you are going to federal prison, like
Right.
you are going
Well,
to jail.
well, on that lines too, they're saying people are going out shining those pen lights at them, those lasers at them, laser pointers at them, and they're telling people don't do that because we don't know what they are, we don't know what they can do, and because these drones, the size of the drones, some people might mistake airplanes, small aircrafts, for a
A drone,
drone.
yeah,
So they're saying don't do that because you might mess up
disrupt
a
their
pilot.
their shit.
Yeah.
My, my thing is okay. Like, hear me out on this. We have, if not the best technologically advanced air force, and um we have some of the top state of the art shit. Okay, we have but we've spent a lot of money, right? Gearing up for this specific thing. Is it a war game? Is it this like thing, since drones are kind of sort of the future? Is this search and destroy? Is this, let's test it out on the civilians? Let's see what we can do. Let's see what these drones are capable of. If this is the new way, is this a military exercise? Is this testing the capabilities? And let's see how far we can go with this. Because they're telling, if the drones do crash, no one should get within 300 feet of them,
Mhm.
like just because, like, and that's
You don't
kind
know
of,
what it is. You don't know
they
if
don't
it
know
has
what it
some
is.
kind of weapons on it or anything
Yeah.
like that. If there's any kind of explosives,
And
uh, whatever's, because also they don't know, because then people start saying, "Are they alien?" They're like, we don't know where they're coming from, whatever.
they're
But
they
yeah,
yeah,
and I think some people were saying like, shoot them down, and other people were like, don't shoot them down because again, you might mistake a small plane for a drone and you're going to shoot at the plane and it's going to crash.
yeah,
Plus, if the drone, if you do shoot at the drone and it does go down, you don't know where it's going to land. So you don't know if it's going to land on somebody's house and kill somebody.
yeah. And hear me out on this. Like, drones of that size are very specific in what they're doing. Like, no one sends that, like, drones that are that big are very task oriented, task specific, because they cost so much money. Those aren't cheap drones. They're not just like the Timu version.
Right, right.
They're not. They are state of the art. They are talking to something
But
out
right,
there.
right. But they're still like, where are they coming from? Like, who has it? Because the United States is military saying that that's not theirs. It's not ours.
Oh, it's 100% ours. You know what? You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we lost something. I'm thinking we lost something. You know what I heard in like all this conversation is they're looking for radioactive shit. I think we misplaced something.
Well, how did you say that? What
I
if? What if? What if? Well, I mean, it's possible. We could have satellite could have fallen. Small satellite could have
Mhm.
fallen out of orbit and into the.
I think we
But
have a
okay, okay. So
I think we
wait.
have
So
a
this.
broken arrow. I think we have a broken fucking arrow.
But you know what though? Okay, so there's another thing. The drones. Everyone's saying like they're in upstate, like New York, close to Jersey and or in Jersey and stuff like that. Well, recently they've been spotted. It seems like they're being spotted like all over the place. And when I say all over the place, they're saying that over across the pond that people are saying that they've spotted them over there too.
Interesting.
Close to one of our military bases over there. They've been spotted in Maryland, which is
Mm.
about a 3-4 hour drive from New York, Jersey.
I think I think
One was close to Trump's what was it? Trump's house,
let
neighborhood, or something like that.
yeah, I think that we we know because drones are a first world military thing.
Oh,
Because so then that really narrows it down to who the
mhm.
contenders are that could, if it's not a first world no, it has to be a first world military organization, because if it's not, it has to be an insanely well-funded terrorist organization. But you can't be a well-funded terrorist organization with the infrastructure, with the satellite communications to maintain a drone of that size and that many, like to deploy that many, that rapidly, that vast. Uh, you know that I just if it's I doubt it's Russia. Russia kind of has their hands full at the moment. If it's any country, it's going to be China. If it's another country, I doubt it's coming from Middle East at all. Don't think they have their own shit they're dealing with. Um, if anything, I'm thinking is China or something within the interior. An us thing. I
Mhm.
think it's an us thing. I think we're trying to test out the capabilities. I think it's a top secret, maybe war game with drones. What we
So
can
I
get
got
away
it. I
with.
got another. Here's another one. Well, that's a good thought though. A war game with drones that they're just testing out on us. Obviously, not. They're not going to say anything. That's very interesting. I kind of like that one. You know, like they're flying them all over the place. Um, but what if, like you said, they were looking for something? What if what they're looking for isn't a satellite? What if it's a downed unknown aircraft?
Yeah, dude, that could be it too. That could be it
Amelia
too.
Earhart. They're looking for Amelia Earhart.
Probably, probably. Did you know? Oh, by the way, did you know? Did you know the UK nuked us 2 times? The UK
What?
nuked us 2 times in a top secret war game. Not that long ago.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. They nuked us 2 different times. They had 2 different top secret nuclear payloads that they were able to land their nuclear airplanes and deliver their nuclear packages and bomb us.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
So
It's
we're not as good as we think we are.
no. That's pretty much what everything that's what it was. But yeah. The UK, yeah, the Britain nuked us 2 times.
Damn.
So that's why I was thinking it could be a war game because the drones are the way of the
Of the
future.
future, right?
And
Okay.
I don't think we're getting away from drones. I mean, listen, I just reacted to a video on my channel, like what to do if a first world thermal drone is after you. You know, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty freaking interesting, dude. You know, I mean, it's like
So what you do is
post-apocalyptic.
you dive in water and you cover yourself with mud, right?
You know what's
And
you know what's
you
crazy?
like a
Like
predator.
the mud will eventually heat up and it'll give your signature away. Water will obscure your heat signature for a while, but you have to be fully submerged,
Mhm.
right? Like unless you're planning to snorkel down a river, you know, but who has a snorkel? And the what happens is if you're going to be hunted by a thermal drone, you're pretty much cooked. Like you gotta basically, if you're going to be hunted by a thermal drone, you got to know that they're looking for you,
Mhm.
and which is not usually the case when you're hunted by a drone. You know what I mean? Like,
What if they're looking for somebody?
who are they looking for with all the fucking drones? Damn, dude. Like
That I
someone
mean, but that's the
escaped
thing. But what
like
if it's
that?
an alien? What if it's actually like an alien or some creature?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. But in New Jersey, an alien like a Mexican?
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Juan.
Juan, we're looking for Juan. Oh Jesus.
We
Put
only
up,
need
send up the
Juan.
drones. We only need
We
Juan.
only need
Send up
Juan.
the drones. We're cutting back. We have massive layoffs. We don't have the manpower. Send up the drones, the ice
Send
drones.
the drone.
It's all ice. It's all immigration. That's
Um,
that's why no
no,
one
but
knows.
well, what if it actually is like an alien that they're looking for? It's
I
a creature.
dude, you know what? Isn't what was that? The Montauk? Montauk, isn't that New Jersey? Isn't that
Uh,
all that crazy shit out there?
uh-huh.
Isn't that all that like weird stuff is in New
I
Jersey?
mean, it could. I mean, it could be. It could be. You know.
Oh, we
I don't
have
know.
some weird shit out here, man. And like upstate New York has some weird shit too.
Hmm.
Like, you know, we have Camp David out in Maryland. We have that weird, we have some weird shit up in the mountains up here. That we have Fort, what's it, Dietrich? What the
Fort
fuck do we
Detrick.
have?
Yeah.
Fort Dietrich, the
Yeah.
chemical biotesting shit. Like, dude, we have some
They.
wackadoo
I
stuff.
know. They do. They do testing on animals there.
Yeah, I think the bioweapons, right?
Hmm.
Biological weapon,
Yep.
biological warfare stuff up
Yep.
in Maryland. So, like, dude, like, I it could be millions of things. I think it's aliens? Ah, there's a lot of things it could be. You know, until the thing hear me out on this. I think anything, it could be anything until
Until it
anything
isn't.
is, yeah, anything is valid until it's not.
Mhm.
I think anything has a valid argument until it's
Right.
not valid.
Right.
Until they someone comes out and says what the fuck it is. But I'm
Right.
pretty sure 9 times out of 10 it's our own fucking government,
I mean,
or another government of equal power.
it's an inside government.
Yeah, yeah. Because look, if it look how quickly we scrambled an F-22 to shoot down a fucking hot air balloon.
Right, and that's something they said also. You had these, but these came from like China. They were like, okay, these weather balloons came over from China,
Yeah,
and within a matter of hours or whatever it was, a jet gets up there,
yeah.
finds it, shoots it down.
Gone. Gone. Like just fucking F-22, like state of the art F-22, but fucking scramble, no more balloon. Right?
So, and I mean that right, and that's the point that people are trying to make is that okay, so you did that with a weather balloon.
Yeah.
Why can't
With
you do
no
something
regard.
similar with a drone?
Yeah. That's why it's
And
bullshit.
yeah, and it's weird because again, you can't. They don't know where it's coming from, and they don't know where it's going to.
Yeah. No, remember how like we said with um the whole like Luigi thing? If we can
Yeah.
get on that, we can touch on that. Like the whole AI, like face recognition. It's like, oh, watch this, how it works. You know, oh, we're doing it for your protection, right? Okay, we don't shoot the drones down for your protection. We don't shoot the
Mhm.
drones down for your protection. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm pretty sure the average American citizen wouldn't give a shit if you popped a drone out of the air.
Well,
for
you know
your
what though?
protection.
At this point, I think people want answers. People
Yeah,
want answers. So they're like, yeah, shoot it down. We
yeah,
want to know what it's doing here. We want to know uh like who's responsible for it. I mean, if it's just some like rich kid that's got a bunch of money and he's just like, I'm gonna fuck with these people and do, we want to know. But if
yeah,
it's like some government, some secret agent government that's trying to hide, zombies or they fucked up something and they're trying to figure it out, we want to know.
yeah, yeah. Or hear me out. Just blow them out of the sky. Blow them out of the sky, and if it falls on the houses, tell the people, hey, listen, tough shit, tough shit. Your house is collateral damage, but this is the price you pay. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like it sucks. You want me to not to touch it? You know what I mean? Like this is that's what has to happen. It's like you can't have the Karens that bitch and moan that their house just got demolished by a fucking drone that the US Air Force blew out of the sky, right?
Yeah.
Like you can't have that, or else nothing else will be blown out of the sky. Like, like you can't have that. So it's like you got to take them all out. And if it falls on people, it's kind of like you got to
Well, like you said, it's collateral damage.
It's collateral damage.
All it is.
Look, we dropped a nuke on a family and we paid them $60,000.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, we
yeah,
like destroy your house. We'll build you a new house. I mean, to
yeah.
them, that's like a drop in the bucket. It's nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, look how quickly we scrambled state of the art jets to take down a hot weather balloon, and we're doing nothing to capture these drones. We know who these drones belong to. We know what they're doing. We know what they're looking for. Maybe people in their specific departments that are getting asked these questions have plausible deniability because they're not read into the program that they're part of, right? And they can honestly say, I don't know what they're doing because they're not privy to that information. And they can say, I have no idea what they're doing. No one's told me what they're doing. They don't look like ours. I am not because that's how the government works. It's so compartmentalized that it's so secure that the people next in the next aisle or next cubicle over could be doing some shit I would never know about. You know, like
Hmm.
they could be sanctioning something that I would never know about. Like, what is it? How many times do police accidentally get undercovers in trouble because no one talks?
Right.
Because no one fucking talks. Like, in a nutshell, that's kind of, I feel like that's what's happening. Some deep undercover shit, some deep black op is conducting and testing limits of some tech that they're getting their hands on, that they're testing the limits with, and they have nowhere else to test it. They need to test it in an urban, highly populated environment with a lot of eyes and see what they can do and what the limits are. And maybe they need to see how far it can go in a flight, and they need to send it across the pond. Maybe they need to send it. They need to see how far this
Well,
type of drone can
well,
go.
what people said also was that they couldn't hear the drone. They could see it, but they couldn't hear it.
So like a
You know, how
stealth
some,
drone?
yeah,
Oh shit!
or
Because
like,
that.
or
Ah,
like it didn't make the normal noise like a drone did. I think that some were saying that the noise was different. Like it was a lot quiet. They could hear it slightly, but it was a lot quieter, or something like that.
so it's like not like the Predator drones that fly in the stratosphere, right? This is like regular ish, like what mid
No, I would think it's almost like a predator.
Predator drones can fly forever, bro. They can fly. They can fly
Well,
for days.
Again, we don't. I'm assuming that since these things can fly all over the place, it's not like they could fly for 20 minutes, like the ones that we had that you can go buy
Mhm.
at fucking at the mall or something.
Yeah.
These whatever drones these are, they can fly for a long time. They're in the air for a while because we they can't nobody can. It's so weird because nobody's like able to follow them to find out where they go. And these seem to
That's
have like shit, I forgot what it's called. Basically, they have their orders to like go out and come back.
but where no, and no one knows where they're going, and no one knows where they see. Like that's the thing. Like we know we invest too much money not to know. So that's why I'm saying we know. We know.
Somebody knows. Somebody
Someone
knows.
knows. Someone knows. Someone knows.
Someone.
Someone knows. And whether they have good intentions or bad intentions, that I think that's the question that should be asked. Whether
Oh
they're going
yeah.
to use this technology for good in the future or bad in the future. And I'm always going to assume for it's going to be for evil. It's always for bad. It's always trickles down for bad. You know, anything with drone, anything to do around civilian population terrifies me because that means it's probably what, like listening in, tracking whatever heat signatures, learning, you know, probably you utilizing AI tech, you know, like who knows? Who fucking knows, man? It's
Well, I think that's
terrifying,
why
dude.
a lot of people have a problem with it too, because it's like it's going out there, it's doing all this stuff, and it's what's the information that it's relaying back to wherever it's coming from. If it's getting
Uh,
any information, which I mean, it has to be learning
yeah,
something. It's doing
yeah,
something. What information is it getting and relaying back to where it's coming from?
yeah.
Who's
I don't
getting that
know,
information? And what's
but
it?
it's
What
definitely
is so
not.
important about it?
It's definitely not Iranian. It's definitely not Iranian. Like the
No,
Iranian
no,
mothership right out of
yeah.
fucking Arabian Nights. It's a flying carpet. It's not
It's
that.
on a magic carpet. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's a fucking no. Oh god. Oh Jesus, dude.
God,
Hey,
what was that parrot's name? Ayago or whatever.
Iago. Oh,
Iago, yeah.
rest in peace, my dude. God. Gilbert Gottfried, right? Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it
God.
was fucking hilarious.
Dude, hey, did you speaking of Aladdin, since we're on the topic of Iran, did you know the conspiracy about Aladdin that the only wish that the genie granted was Aladdin's first wish? That's the only wish he's actually like the shittiest genie ever because he didn't grant any other of the dude's wishes. He if you think about it, he didn't grant another wish because Aladdin wished for him to be a prince, but he really didn't grant him to be a prince. Like he was faking being a prince, right?
Yeah.
You just had the clout and the riches, but he should have been a real prince if you wished to be a prince, right?
Okay. So it's like saying, I want $1 bazillion. You have a bazillion dollars, but it's just for the moment, and then it disappears.
Yeah, no, it's like if I want to be a prince, I should have a bloodline somewhere. I should be like, boom, here's your bloodline, here's your papers. You're a legit prince. Here you go. But in the historical documentation of
Yeah.
Aladdin, of Aladdin, right? Yeah, no, he was just it was a front. It was a front to go to get Jasmine. After that, after all that interaction, all that parade down into Agrabah, where
Hmm.
did his clout go? It disappeared. He should have been a prince. It shouldn't have been a big thing. He should have stayed a prince. He should have maintained the wealth. It shouldn't have been a big thing. He shouldn't have maintained street rat. He shouldn't have been found out if the genie had fulfilled his wish.
So if the genie fulfilled his wish, he would never have been a street rat. Everybody
He
would just see him as a
a
prince.
prince. So that
Son of a bitch.
unless the the only wish he granted was a huge conniving weird fucking way to get Jasmine to fall in love with him through this whole story. So the genie manipulated Aladdin in this whole story just to get Jasmine to fall in love with Aladdin, which was his
So
first wish.
right. So does that make the genie a bad guy?
That means he's just the master manipulator, and he got free doing it. So it's just like, hey,
So it's just a ploy to get out of the lamp.
and only grant one wish.
So technically, Aladdin still had 2 more wishes.
Technically, if you look at it, people think, you know, if you look at it, if you look at the whole story objectively, I'm like, what? Think about it. He shouldn't have. Anyway, it blew my mind. I was thinking about it. I was like, holy shit, ruined my childhood, man.
Oh
The
my
story
god.
ended. The story would have ended if the genie actually did his fucking job.
Well, speaking of Aladdin, we brought that up. what about Luigi, man?
Oh my god, dude. Yes.
We did touch on that before, and
Yes, we did.
going back on it, man. Geez,
What
um,
a
what a roller coaster that is
what a
turned out to be.
story, bro.
Because he goes and he shoots the guy, and there was reports saying that he okay, so he's wealthy and he's based. I guess he had a lot of family in Maryland.
Yeah.
They had a lot of stuff around in Maryland, and he was fine until apparently he got hurt.
Yeah. He had a
He
back
had back
injury.
issues,
Yeah.
right? And he had like pins had to get screws had to get put in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He was very uncomfortable. He was living with a lot of pain,
Yep.
discomfort, and I guess he blamed the healthcare system, and went out and took the guy out. But yeah, so the guy really wasn't it wasn't a hitman. Easy
He
enough to
printed a
learn.
gun.
It was a ghost gun that he had. Um, which I mean, it's smart. I mean, you got a ghost gun, never be traced.
But they caught him with everything.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. Oh well, so then he left like clue. So he was fucking with the cops though. At some point, I mean, it seemed like he was because he left his bag in the park. He knew that somebody or the cops were going to find it eventually. They find the bag. He had Monopoly money in the bag.
Yeah. They said that he was supposed to dump it on the dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said that supposedly he was supposed to dump it on the dude after he killed him.
Wow, that's okay. Yeah,
Because that would have been like some Joker shit right there.
yeah, that right there is like some like, oh my gosh, who is this guy?
That's some like Gotham City shit right there. That's like right out of the comic books.
Yeah, all he needed was like a squirting flower.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Jesus Christ.
Oh man, no. So yeah, so they caught him. They caught him a few days later. He got caught. He was in. The McDonald's was calling him, man. He loved McDonald's. He goes into McDonald's. A McDonald's employee noticed him, called the cops, said that, hey, it looks like the guy that's been in the videos. Picture's been circulating. We think he's here. Can you guys hurry up? Cops showed up. Yeah, and they found him with all his fake IDs, passports, all this other
That's
stuff.
right
Like,
there. That right there. That right there. That right there. That whole right there.
well, he had the ID. He had his ID that he used when he was staying at the hostel. So that's how they matched up the name, and they're like, "Well, that's you, motherfucker." So, but yeah,
But
why?
like,
I don't understand why he was like walking around with it. I would
but
feel
like,
like if you were smart enough, as soon as you did that, like you're dumping everything, like
what,
everything was going in the trash.
yeah, but what McDonald's employee is that? No.
But you know what else? Apparently, they're not the employee that
They're not,
ratted him out.
yeah, they're not getting money.
They're not getting the money for it.
That's
That see, and that goes to show: don't tell, mind your business, let it go.
Yep. I just feel like it's all very interesting to me. It's all very interesting to me.
And then somebody said that they were trying to they were trying to convict him on terrorists. They're trying to convict him like a terrorist or something like that.
A
Target for
terrorist.
terrorist acts. Yeah. Oh
I mean,
man.
they totally should. They should totally kill him. He should totally get the death penalty. You
Well,
know.
they were trying to charge Luigi with like a terrorist act.
Uh
Yeah. Okay. So Luigi, he's indicted on murder and terrorism charges.
terrorism.
Um, he was indicted Tuesday on 11 charges, including first-degree murder and furtherance of terrorism and the
Terrorism.
brazen assassination of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson earlier this month. This was
Nah.
a killing that was intended to evoke terror and was seen evoke terror, and we've seen that reaction. District attorney,
What?
the district attorney for in Manhattan said on Tuesday, this was frightening, well planned, targeted murder that was intended to cause shock, attention, and intimidation. It
Yeah,
occurred
that's
in
not
one of the most
terror.
bustling parts of our city, threatening the safety of local residents and tourists alike, commuters and business people just starting out on their day. Let's see. Yeah, so they do want to. The prosecutors believe they have evidence that supports. Okay, we really need to see more with respect to why it is it that the prosecutor believes that they have evidence that supports that terrorism charge.
What?
Why is it that they believe that it wasn't just an intent to kill an individual, but also to terrorize others, to put fear in others, which is required in order to substantiate that claim? So basically, because I kind of don't agree with that. I mean, he went out and he shot the guy
Mm-hmm.
for a specific reason. So they're trying to say that because he went out and did that and everyone got scared, they're classifying it as a terrorist act.
That's just super premeditated murder. Like,
Again,
yeah, that's
he
premeditated.
knew his target. That's who he was aiming at. That was all he was aiming at, and he wasn't gonna. I mean, he was definitely not going to do. I anyway, my own opinion. I don't think he was going to do that to anybody walking down the street because there was a lady. If you all watch this video, there's a lady walking right next to him, and
Mm.
he shoots at Brian and Mr. Thompson, and he could have shot at this lady if he wanted to do some terrorist form of act, I believe, and he did not. And she like saw him and just totally walked the other way and got away. And there was a guy sitting in the truck. There was a guy sitting in the truck right next to him. So he had people on both sides, left and right of him. Never blinked, never looked at them. Didn't point the gun at them or anything. He just did what he went there to do one thing, and that was it.
Yeah,
But that's what they're trying to do. So I guess they want to really stick it to him.
that's stupid. So it doesn't do anything. It just gives him life in prison.
Yeah,
That's stupid. He's still gonna get life in prison anyway.
yeah. It's first degree
It's
murder,
it's stupid.
premeditated. Yeah,
That's stupid. Why? Like, why put a label on? It's dumb. He's gonna get life in prison anyway. Like, it's premeditated. Like, it'd be different. It'd be different if New York allowed the death penalty,
mm-hmm.
and that's like, okay, we're gonna charge him as a terrorist, death row, fucking death row, because New York has had kind of its bad times with terrorism.
Has it?
You know, you know, kind of had a rough patch. You would think that they would go a little harsh on terror,
Right, right, right.
but apparently not. So, okay, so it doesn't mean nothing. It's just extreme meditated murder. Like, fucking eh, New York is Gotham City. Like, it's
Yeah.
so stupid. It's so stupid. And
Uh,
and and whatever jail system they have in New York is Arkham. Like, it doesn't mean nothing.
Sorry.
It's, oh
Um,
god.
Jeez. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean that's just yeah.
So he's nuts.
Um.
He's nuts. But you know what though? Look. It. I was waiting to see if he was like this elite fucking guy. But no, he's a wackadoo. But you know what though? You know what's weird? His story is odd. his story doesn't make sense at all. His
It is
path is
weird because
weird.
he's like super rich. He could, I mean, I feel like he
He
could have
is
taken.
the elite. He is
Yeah,
his family is the elite, dude.
is the elite. Yes, yes. It's like why
You
can't
could say he is on par with the people that he killed.
mhm.
His family is, you could almost say he's in competition with the people he shot. He shot competition almost. He's on that level of money. That's, I mean, yeah. His school costs what, 4,000 a semester to go to, and his family has like 11 kids, something ridiculous like that, something 6 or 11 kids,
Mm, damn.
and that's absolutely ridiculous. Not the fact that they have a lot of kids, that's great, but you know,
That's
that's,
awesome. Have a lot of kids,
yeah. But they
but
all went to
yeah.
the private school. But I mean, dude, he's off his, he went nuts. He went psychotic.
Oh, definitely. Um, yeah. So yeah, this week in the news. Also this one I thought was pretty interesting too. I thought, man, I just find these stories pretty interesting. Well, anyway, if you guys enjoy these, you guys have opinions on these stories as well, please leave a comment.
Yes.
Put a thumbs up, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. So the one last story that I thought was pretty interesting. Did you hear about the Russian general that got blown up?
Is this a joke or a story?
That was 100% a story that happened just the other day.
Okay, got it. All right. What? No, tell me about the Russian general that got blown up. What happened to him?
Man, he was coming out of a building and there was a bomb in in a moped, a motorcycle, as he was walking out of the building, and it just boom took him and somebody else out. Yeah, this happened the
Wow.
other day. Yeah, um, that was just pretty freaking crazy. Let's see. I know. I'm just.
Holy shit.
Uh, sorry, guys. I'm just.
On So that's the fastest moped death on the record, I
Well,
believe.
well, he was. Hold on. So there was. Yeah, it was a bombing that killed a top Russian general, and it happened in Moscow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's by a
Um,
Russian, by Russia.
no, it wasn't by Russia. It was a Russian general. It was in Russia, but the guy that killed him was not Russian, I believe.
Are you sure? They're infamous, dude. They're famous for kind of
No, no,
like
no.
hunting
I know. No,
themselves.
no, I know that. I know that. But no, it was. I'm pretty sure. Well, hold on. He was killed Tuesday morning by a bomb hidden in an electric scooter parked near the entrance of his apartment block in southeastern Moscow as he left for his office. Um, his assistant also died in the attack, and the bomb was triggered remotely, according to Russian Federal Security Services. The explosion was caught on video from a camera mounted inside a car, showing the men walking out of the building and the fiery blast. So yeah, so in
Wow.
the video, if you go to YouTube, guys, just Russian general killed, blown up, whatever you want to put in there. You see it somebody's recording this, and they watch him come out. 2 seconds later, it just lights up.
Damn.
He was 54, the chief of Russian Radiation, Biological, and Chemical Protection Forces. These special troops are tasked with protecting the military from enemies' use of nuclear, chemical, and biological weapons, ensuring operation in the controlled environment. He was under sanctions from several countries, including the UK and Canada, for his actions in Moscow's war in Ukraine. Monday, Ukraine security services, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Russia has denied using any chemical weapons in Ukraine and has accused Kiev of using them, of course.
So
Um, let's see what else. So
so
officials.
was he an asset or a foe? Like I'm trying to figure out, like, was this like a like, hey man, we got to change the was this someone that tried to turn the tables in our favor, or was this kind of like, oh, we're about to get someone else that's a lot worse to take his place, which is usually the case in
Mhm.
Russia.
Let's see. The FSB said Wednesday it detained us. It has a suspect described as a citizen of the Central Asian nation of Uzbekistan, who was born in '95. Uh, According to FSB, the suspect said he was recruited by Ukrainian special services. The Associated Press could not confirm the conditions under which the suspect made the statement to the security services. The FSB said the suspect said he had been promised 100,000 and resettlement to a European Union country in exchange for killing the general. The agency said the action on instructions Ukraine, suspect child, Moscow, where he obtained homemade bomb, placed it in an e-scooter and parked it at the entrance of his apartment building. Suspect rented a car to monitor the location, set up the camera. Oh, okay. So the guy that filmed it was the guy that obviously blew him up. So he
Wow.
rented a car. He put the bomb in that scooter. He parked the car right across so he could watch it, record it, and detonate it. He live streamed the scene to his handlers in the Ukraine, detonating the bomb when Krylov left the building.
Oh shit.
Suspect faces a sentence of up to life imprisonment. Yeah, no kidding. He's probably gonna
Oh, what
he's
up
gonna
to? Oh,
die. He's gonna die.
he's gone.
Uh, let's see. Is that nowhere being donate? Under Russian law, a person may only be remanded in custody for 48 hours before a court order is made. So he's got 48 hours, but he's not going to get out of jail.
Nah, man, that's you live stream it? Yeah.
So yeah, the Russian officials have described the bombing as a terrorist act. See, that's a terrorist act. Wednesday was the Ukrainian was behind killing.
You know what it is? To me, can I say something? Like to me, what I would say a terrorist act, an act of terrorism is when there's tons of collateral damage, when there's tons of innocent bystanders, people that aren't
Well,
involved in the initial target. Like my dude with the healthcare, that was one guy, one target, dead. Not friends, family of the United Healthcare worker, not the people in the building next to him, not the people in the cars next
right,
to him.
right.
You
No,
know,
no, no. 'Cause he totally did not mess with them. I
no.
only say like this is a terrorist act because it's a bomb. Like
Oh
he
yeah,
blew
yeah,
up. He blew the guy. He blew up the general and his assistant.
yeah.
And it could have. I mean, he could have killed more people. I mean, would have.
For, for
You
sure,
know,
for
I
sure.
feel like that's more in the lines of a terrorist act.
I 100% agree because like the collateral damage, like he was going for the target and he got the assistant. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like he wasn't aiming for the assistant.
Right.
He got the assistant too.
And
Whereas
he's thinking that the assistant's collateral damage,
yeah,
which
it just sucks to be him.
yeah,
It kind of
he was
thing.
just in the way.
Yeah, but like the Luigi, like he just that is not they terrorist different. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
very different. Yeah.
It the
Um.
terrorist is completely different.
Whew, yeah. Crazy stuff, man. That's a lot. Some of the stuff that's going on right now in the United States and apparently overseas in other countries.
Nuts, man.
Yeah.
Nuts. Drones, Luigi, Italians, and Russians. Oh my.
Oh my, what are we gonna do now? All right, guys. Hey, well, no, but hey, Daniel, thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah, man.
Get this out, and guys, if you like what's going on, you got your own opinions, you want to say something, drop us a line in the comments.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, subscribe, pass it along, do whatever. It all every little bit helps
Community growth.
our community grow. Yes,
Yes.
good choice. Thanks again, Daniel. Until next
Yeah.
time. Deuces. We're out.
Later.
In a world of shadows and hidden truths, we search for answers, we chase the clues. Podcast of Enigma.